There was a report yesterday from our Ian Rappaport that Jimmy G needs some work on his shoulder. Might not be able to throw for another 16 weeks. I don't know how that affects your look at the roster, how your treatment of Jimmy G, and maybe potentially his trade value. But what was your reaction when you knew that? And did you know that already going into this offseason?
No, we didn't know it. I don't think Jimmy knew it. I think he's made a decision here in the last couple of days. He had an injury in that Dallas game. He was dealing with a couple of things. His thumb, which... My goodness, my admiration.
What is it, the avulsion?
Avulsion fracture.
Chris Paul has that. He's gone for
6 to 8 weeks. Yeah. And, Chris Paul's a stud, too. But Jimmy, what he did, throwing a football and leading us through this playoff run was just tremendous, and did it with a couple of injuries. The shoulder, I never like saying minor when someone's having surgery, sure, but it's a capsule issue in the back of his shoulder that you can, you try to rehab. But if it doesn't get well with the rehab, then you go to the alternative route, and that's what they've decided to do. So it's going to take some time, but he's going to be fine. And we're so fond of Jimmy, and that situation's active. It's fluid. You're here. A lot of teams have interest in him, and it's pretty obvious. We put a lot into Trey Lance, and we're loving the development of Trey. Trey had an outstanding first year, and a lot of people say, "How can you say that?" He barely played. Sure. But the development was tremendous. I think Kyle did a great job of finding ways to develop him without playing a ton of football, on Sundays. And I think the fact that he got some action and got to go get a taste of it was great. And I loved watching him get better in those games.
Sure. And those are games against the Cardinals, the Texans. But he did see the field.
Yeah.
And you saw positives from that.
Absolutely. And, I tell people he's everything we thought he was when we traded a lot to go get him and more. And, I really believe that. And so there's a ton of excitement. Of course, there's some unknown. There always is in this game. And but Trey is made of the right stuff, both talent-wise and in his spirit, who he is, the intangibles. Guys like playing for him, guys like being around him, and we're certainly excited to see what he can do.
I'm reluctant to compare him to any other players, but I remember when Alex Smith was the quarterback in Kansas City, I would hear from guys on the Chiefs being like, "Alex is amazing, but holy cow, Mahomes is doing things in practice." We talk, and I talked to Kyle. I wasn't hearing that from Trey Lance, and that not every team's different. Did you see things during practice, glimpses where you're like, Trey Lance, there is some special stuff to Trey Lance that we didn't see watching those games?
Yeah. Some of that video somehow got out there on the internet. I mean, he did some wow. He definitely had his wow moments, and that you could see the development, the confidence, and you're on scout teams. Oftentimes you're asked, "Hey, go ahead, throw this ball in there," but then he would, and it still works. Get in there, I think he attacked it the right way. I keep talking about his mental capabilities. He can handle a lot, and I think he's just got that makeup that the great ones do. We can only hope he can be Patrick Mahomes or anything close to that, and he's going to get his chance to go show that.